Now it's time for the tech brief on gaining the advantage satellite data for informed defense decisions. For the same, I would like to call upon Ms. Ericka Matsuda Martin, Sales Engineer, Asia Pacific Region, Planet, here on the dais. Ericka.
Dear distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining this technical session. My name is Ericka, and I am from Planet. I am a sales engineer, mainly taking care of customers across Asia Pacific. Today, it is my pleasure to introduce our products and services, covering real-life examples where our data has been a valuable tool for decision-making within the defense industry. To begin, please allow me to share the mission of Planet. Our mission is to image the whole world every day and make global changes visible, accessible, and actionable. So we have a large fleet of satellites, which is imaging the whole world every day. And we allow our customers to have visibility of the surface, the land surface, and make actions upon it. So this is a video illustrating our satellite fleet. So we have our Earth rotating, and our first constellation, which is the PlanetScope, 3.7 meters resolution, going on the sun-synchronous orbit, going around the Earth while the Earth underneath is rotating, allowing us to scan the entire world every single day. We also have another constellation called SkySats, and they are also orbiting around the Earth, and they're taking a high-resolution images, around 50 centimeters resolution. Okay, so these are the satellite fleets. The first constellation that I would like to explain is the SuperDove that you can see on the right bottom, in the right bottom. This is the first satellite fleet that we have launched, and this is a mid-resolution, so 3.7 meters resolution satellite, and the camera is always on, so it is scanning through the Earth every single day. Whereas the SkySat, the upper right corner satellite, this is a 50 centimeters resolution, and is a tasking-based satellite. So a customer would task this satellite, and you will be able to receive the image on the tasked location. On the left corner, we have Pelican. So this is our next generation satellite, next generation SkySat. So this will be higher resolution, so 30 centimeters resolution, and would be able to have a very high revisit frequency. We have launched the first tech demo of Pelicans last year, and we're planning to launch the Pelican 2 in a few weeks' time, hopefully, and to expand this to up to 30 satellites within this constellation. We have also launched Tanager on the left upper corner.
Can we please have quiet that side? Thank you. Can please chat outside. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have also Tanager as part of our constellation, and this is our hyperspectral satellite. So it contains 400 bands, and this is mainly used for methane detection, CO2 detection, but also can be useful for defense and intelligent use cases. For example, because it can identify the composition of the surface, so it can, for example, be used for camouflage detection. So I would like to shift our focus more on the application side. So it seems that our future is more and more uncertain recently, starting from climate change, unstable geopolitical situation, and some may be concerned with the uncertainty of AI technology. However, we believe that by using space data and together with AI technologies, we can digitize our workflows And we believe that this would allow us to see signal in the noise. And this would allow us to gain transparency and promote peace and security and allow us to have a more sustainable economy. Now, this chart illustrates the behavior of most of the organizations in geointelligence sector operate today. Most organizations typically spend most of their time on the known knowns. They're looking at the location that they know and looking at activities that they know. Less time are spent on activities that they're unaware, but they know the location where to look at, or vice versa. They know the location, they know the activity, but they're trying to figure out where this activity is happening. And much less of the time is spent on the unknown unknowns. And we believe that Planet, we can help you to discover areas that you have never knew where to look at or what to look at throughout our imagery, our archive imagery, and our analytics. So I would like to elaborate a little bit more on what I have said in the previous slide. So the known knowns are really the tip of the iceberg. And this is where most of our customers and most of the organizations are focusing on by using the high resolution data. Because our customers know where and what they're trying to look for, and therefore they can task these high resolution satellite to understand the details of what's going on in that location. But trying to understand what is less trivial and reveal the unknown unknowns, we believe that our near daily images captured by our PlanetScope can be the solution. So we have around 180 satellites fleet up in space currently, and we're able to cover the globe in a near daily frequency and achieve broad area monitoring through our satellites. And furthermore, with the use of analytics and AI, we can, for example, conduct change detection. And with the use of our archive, we can also detect anomaly. So many people focus on the high resolution images. We want more better resolution in our images, but we believe that the frequency and the coverage of the world is as important, and this would allow our customers and organizations to avoid any operational surprises. So more about our PlanetScope images. When you look at the world, we have more than 2,400 images on any locations on the world, which means that we have such a deep historical context of anywhere that you're interested in the world. And with this rich archive data, one can understand the normal behavior. We can create the baseline. And anything that happens that is abnormal in those locations, our system can detect and let you know that there's something abnormal happening. So here's the question, how can you identify derivations from the norm if you don't know what the normal looks like? And we're here to give you, more information on the baseline of the history. But of course, our coverage is important, but of course we're also focused on higher resolution, and this is why we have our next generation Pelican satellite that has a higher resolution of 30 centimeters. As I previously mentioned, this is a 30 centimeters resolution, and not only has higher resolution, we're equipping with the NVIDIA Jetson platform in order to allow for an onboard computing capabilities and also have a real-time connectivity for our satellite constellation. Now again, this is to illustrate the power of broad monitoring using the example of Ukraine. Our PlanetScope imagery can image the entire country near daily. Of course, not only Ukraine, but also India or any other location that you're interested. Of course, we're an optical satellite, so if there's a cloud, we're not able to provide you the image of the surface. So we create a so-called base maps, which is a mosaic of all the PlanetScope imagery, in order to create a seamless image where you can apply any machine learning or analytical tools to detect changes. And here we've created a weekly base map of an entire land of Ukraine to understand the timeline of what the country is going through. So planet imagery has been featured in many news articles from different media sources during the war in Ukraine and Russia. And we have been providing evidence and transparency on this ongoing conflict. So this image was taken just a few days before Russia invaded Ukraine in 2022. Russia claimed that they were retreating from this area after their military exercises. However, our images were telling the otherwise. So as you can see in the February 14th, there was no bridges to be seen, but the next day they have rapidly created a bridge within Belarus, very near to the Ukraine border. So you can see our PlanetScope imagery that are daily images detecting these changes, and right away we were able to task our high-resolution satellite, you can see on the right side, to get a better detail of what was going on the ground. So planet images also help as evidence to support the validation of humanitarian impacts. So for example, planet image helps to verify the date and time and provide evidences for locations of various alleged violation of international treaties. It can also pinpoint destruction of civilian infrastructure. And for example, on the right, you can see destruction of a agricultural infrastructure, and such information would tell us more about our concerns on food, or if it was an energy infrastructure, it would let us know more information about our insecurity in our lives. So our main offering is our imagery, but we also provide analytics services. So as listed here, we provide, for example, object detections of vessels and aircrafts. We can also identify roads and buildings, and also changes in roads and buildings. This is more of a civil government use case, not really a defense use case. However, this is an image in India. So our customer, Odisha Space Application Center in India, they used our PlanetScope images to automatically detect changes in their area of interest. They have spotted a new building, as you can see with the red marker. On the left, there was no building. On the right, there is a building. They have spotted a new building being illegally constructed in an environmentally protected area. This early spotting of the building allowed the organization to act quickly before any further actions were taken. So Planet offers analytics service, but we also partner with analytic companies. And SIMAX is one of our partners, and they are specializing in maritime domain awareness solutions. So they leverage our daily satellite images to the fullest, together with other sensors such as AIS and SAR. And they do this in order to detect any abnormal events, such as vessel spoofing, meaning that the ship is emitting false AIS signals in the location that they're not actually at. Last December, SINMAX has detected a cargo vessel named Eunice from Panama, which was spoofing its location 60 kilometers southwest of Jakhau in India, when actually the boat was located off the coast in Iran. So you can see our images on the right corner, all the images taken off the coast in Iran when the AIS signal was emitted close to India. So these spoofing events can be detected by this SINMAX SIA platform, because we provide evidence of vessels' images, and they combine this together with AIS to understand when the spoofing is happening. And we can identify these ships because SINMAX creates an attribution of vessels. So using machine learning and AI, they are able to attribute these, as long as they have the snippet of the vessels, they can identify what ship this is, and they can go down to identifying the IMO number. So I've shared different use cases and our different fleets of satellites, and we believe that our offering ticks off a lot of the D&I requirements that we're hearing from our customers, starting from high resolution, coverage, cadence, reaction. So we offer a very low latency reaction time. You can task our satellite, and then within 3 hours, the satellite would be capturing images, and then within 6 hours, we were able to provide basically into your hands, and you will be able to see and use our images. And these are all standardized images where you can quickly apply your analytics and work with the data. So that's it for my presentation. Thank you so much for listening. And unfortunately, I believe we don't have any question time, so happy to answer any questions privately. We have Satish, my colleague who's leading in India, so I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have. Thank you so much.